Hi, I'm Mark. This is my November review for Virgo Sun sign and Virgo Rising. We start the month on a bit of a tricky footing really. For a start, your ruler Mercury is retrograde still, so this makes communication difficult. Then we have the Sun aspect in Uranus across your 3rd and 9th houses, so your thoughts are going to be erratic. You're not going to be able to concentrate. They're going to be all over the place. So it's not a day for completing tasks, it's a day for just letting your mind run free really. There could be things you discover today about your beliefs, things you've never thought of before. They could be highlighted. It'll make you rethink things. We've also got Venus in aspect to Chiron, the healing planet. This is across the money houses, so there could be wounds from the past or hurts that to do with money and finances, shared resources that are highlighted as well today. So all in all, there's quite a lot to deal with on the first few days. But then by the 4th, Mercury, your ruler, turns direct, and he will be going into the 3rd house, his own house, in a few days. So that's good news. On the 6th, Pluto and Jupiter come together. And this is a conjunction in your 5th house, and it's in Capricorn, your fellow Earth sign. So those of you born in the last 10 days of Virgo are really going to benefit from this the most, because your Sun will be aspecting it as well. What does this mean? Well, it's a chance to better yourself. This aspect's about self-betterment, and it's in your house of creativity, so this is a great time to use your creative energy and your creative force to really better yourself in as many ways as you can. You have to divert this energy in the right direction. It can be a little bit obsessive, so you've got to be aware not to get too obsessed in things. Don't get too much into detail. Use this more creatively, more freely, and you will benefit greatly from it. The other thing is, this lasts for 14 days, so you've got 2 weeks to get in tune with this energy and make it work for you. On the 9th, it's a great day for love and relationships. You'll feel very loving and caring towards people. The Sun makes a trine aspect to Neptune in your 7th house of relationships, so it'll add some clarity to relationships as well. Venus also makes an aspect to Mars, and when these two get together, there is certainly some passion around. This is across your money houses, so it's a good chance to sort out shared resources, but do it in a mild mannered way. It's no good getting aggressive, because that will only cause arguments. Venus in the 2nd is also about obtaining what you desire. So it's a good time to manifest and think about what it is you want, and you can attract that to you now. On the 12th, Mercury moves into your 3rd house, which is great. But what's the first thing he does? He forms an opposition with the Black Moon Lilith. So this will put doubts over you. Doubts about your communication, negotiation skills. Doubts about your decision-making process. Doubts about your knowledge. These are all here though to highlight any weaknesses that you need to work on. Then on the 13th, Mars turns direct, so this is a much better day. More energy will be coming back now. Venus makes positive aspects to the nose. Venus is in your 2nd house of finances, so this could be a good boost for money. This is a day when you can attract wealth to you. This is a day when you need to use the law of attraction. The weekend of the 14th and 15th is a great time. It's a time when you'll feel at ease with people. You want to be socialising with people. If you're not in a relationship, it could be a time when you meet a new love interest. This is good. You'll feel harmonious. You'll feel great in yourself, and you'll feel quite creative. There's a new moon on the 15th, so this is good for new ideas. So use your mind, put it to good creative use. Get new ideas so you can start sowing the seeds for the future. It's also good on the 15th for intensity. It's quite a passionate day, but it's also a day when you are likely to overindulge, so just be careful. On the 17th, Mercury, your ruler, has another bad day at the office. This time he opposes Uranus, so there could be sudden things happening. Your thoughts aren't going to be normal. You're not going to keep a normal train of thought. Whatever normal is, it's not going to be like that on this day, because Uranus is the higher form of Mercury, and it's in the 9th house, a higher house to the 3rd, house of higher learning. So your mind will be very active and it will need stimulating. It's no good doing boring tasks. You'll need to do something a bit more exciting, a bit more unusual, so that you can gain extra knowledge. It's all about learning, but you have to learn things about yourself as well. There may be things that come up today, events or things that are heard or said come up that pointing to you a weakness, so you need to pounce on that and correct that straight away. On the 18th, things calm down. Your mind is much more grounded. You're more cautious. There is creativity, but it's more organised creativity. So this is a day when you can get things done. Then on the 19th, you need to look at relationships. But you need to look at your responsibilities and duties within relationships. You need to look at freedom as well. Do you have enough freedom? Do you have enough closeness? Venus has desires, but Saturn has responsibilities. So here you have to try and balance the two. Evaluate, look at it carefully, because you may come up with some ideas here to make it even better. On the 24th, it's a day when desire comes together with imagination and fantasy. Venus is now in Scorpio, opposes the black moon Lilith. Now these two are like twins. They both have strong desires. Mercury forms an aspect to Neptune, is in your 7th house of relationships. So here we have the fantasy element coming. This is a great day to bring fantasy and desire together. If you're not in a relationship, it's a day when you could be quite impulsive and you could easily do something that you might regret later. So just be careful. On the 26th, it could be a day when you're emotionally sensitive. The Sun makes an aspect to Chiron in your 8th house, so there could be a wound highlighted here. Events may bring that to your attention. If this happens, then you need to deal with it. You need to accept. We're not all perfect, we're humans. We make mistakes, we have imperfections. So accept it and let it go, because then you can move on without that baggage. On the 27th, it's a stimulating day. It's a good day to try new things. It's a good day to interact with people. It's a day when you can learn things from people, or you could teach them things. On a negative side, it's a day when unresolved issues in relationships could come up. If this happens, you need to sort that out immediately. Between the 27th and the 30th, it would be an ideal time to do what you Virgos do best. That is to analyse, scrutinise, be critical, because you need to look at where you are now, where you are in life, where you want to be. You need to start analysing this very, very closely. Are there areas where you could improve? Are there things that you need to stop and let go of so that you can do other things? It's a time to be very analytical, but also very creative in your thinking. Mercury's in your 3rd house, so it's an ideal time to do this. On the last day of the month, the 30th of November, there's a full moon and lunar eclipse. Now this happens across your 4th and 10th houses. And now you'll see why it's important to do all that analytical work. Because the 4th and 10th house are about where you've come from and where you're going to, where you're heading in the future. It's also going to bring up issues about personal needs against career needs. Also about development, personal development. You know, there's a lot that can be going on here now, so you need to forge that path ahead and know exactly where you're going and what you want out of life. Full moon is also about gathering in the harvest. If you've done good work in the past, this is a time when you'll gain from that. If you're not gaining from it, if you're feeling tense and you're not happy with what's going on, then you've made some wrong decisions and you need to correct those, and you need to start getting yourself in line for the way forward. Thank you for watching, hope you've enjoyed. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you'd like to leave me a comment, I'll be glad to hear from you. Have a good month.